First of all, there's one important practical step you should take right now. Make sure that your playback device will switch itself off after the recording ends. You don't want something else to start blasting through a few minutes after you've fallen asleep. If you're using your phone or tablet, you can set your device to stop playing in your clock, timer, or alarm app. The total duration of this session is 45 minutes, so set that up now before we begin. Okay, before we start, just relax and listen whilst I explain how this works and what to expect. Our objective is to actively displace any and all resistance to sleep using distraction, immersion, and sensory stimulation techniques. You may be more dominant visually, orally, or kinesthetically. That is to say, you may see or visualize, or hear sounds, or sense movement, forming an impression of the experience in whatever way your dominant senses are most comfortable. There are no rules. Accept the experience as it comes to you. My voice will provide an environment, a world if you will, and you can allow your mind free rein to add whatever detail comes to you. The primary objective is to guide you to the edge of sleep, then let you tip yourself over. If at any time you experience any discomfort during the hypnosis, which is highly unlikely, you're completely free to immerse yourself at will. So, when you're ready to set aside the cares of the day and embrace the healing power of sleep, just let yourself begin to relax and listen to the sound of my voice. Now you're lying down and ready to relax, preparing to begin the journey to deep, nourishing sleep. First, check yourself to make sure you're absolutely ready to go into hypnosis. And when you know it's time, take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a second. Close your eyes and release it at your own speed. And as the breath flows out of you, feel your body begin to anticipate how good it's going to feel to let yourself relax deeply, as you've done before. So just let your body relax now, whilst you allow your breathing to find its own slow, steady rhythm. Breathing in and breathing out at exactly the correct speed for your body to take the nourishment it needs from each and every breath. Good. And now, as you breathe at your own speed, you feel your whole body begin to synchronize with your breathing, so that each time you breathe in, you feel the life-giving air flowing through your whole body. And as you breathe out each time, you allow yourself to become even more deeply relaxed. Just feeling lazy and wonderful. And you know how good it will feel to go deeper. So why not allow yourself to go all the way down now? As I start to count from 10 down to 1. 10. You're committed to finding a state of deep relaxation. This time and every time you enter hypnosis. And just this thought may be enough that you already begin to feel yourself more relaxed, more deeply relaxed than a few moments before. 9. And so you've given yourself permission to do nothing else right now other than allow the lazy, sensual feeling of releasing all the tension from your muscles and joints as you begin to settle into the journey to calmness and tranquility. 8. Deeper still, your body now so limp and floppy that you begin to lose touch with your physical awareness. As you place your body in temporary hibernation, you won't be needing it for a little while, so just allow it to rest. 7. Move your attention to your face now. And as you become aware of how your skin and those tiny muscles in your face can easily be made to relax even more. And your face feels different now. And it's a wonderful, careless, lazy feeling as you completely release those tiny muscles and just allow yourself to be. 6. Now your body and your face are totally relaxed, and you're drifting safely. And I'd like you to turn your attention back to your breathing now. And you can notice how this state of deep relaxation has slowed your breathing even more. And 5. Each time you breathe out, you naturally go deeper. Deeper than you've ever done before. And you possess knowledge about how effortlessly you can settle into this deepened state of consciousness, where you are the beneficiary of the personal power of change. And 4. Now you begin to notice that your breathing is happening deeper in your body, lower down in your abdomen. And that kind of breathing feels good to you. And it is good, the very best kind of breathing. 3. Now your body is at rest, and your breathing is happening at exactly the right speed. as you slowly drift down to that relaxed state that you've enjoyed so much, so many times. And you know how good it feels. 2. As you start to notice that your descent is slowing. As you approach the basement of your relaxation. And you may be curious about what will be the experience this time. And 1. You're there, totally relaxed, feeling wonderful. And you may now rest for a moment and settle into the gentle rhythm, aware of your regular, slow, controlled breathing, and allowing it to happen and your whole self to synchronize. And you can take a moment of quietness to appreciate how you are right now. Good, that's right. Now that you've once more achieved this state of deep relaxation, listening only to the sound of my voice and relaxing in rhythm with your breathing. You may begin to feel curious about where you will travel this time. Now, as you lie here, your body now fully disengaged, you already understand the immense power of your imagination. And how, when you're in this deeply tranquil state, your imagination is capable of creating a reality. A reality as vivid and immersive as anything you have ever experienced. And your imagination is primed and ready to do that for you now. All you have to do is to allow it to happen. And you will make it happen very easily. So let go now the tethers of your waking life. And give your imagination permission to go beyond its usual limits. Because there are no limits in your imagination. Only those limits you place on yourself. In your imagination now, your senses, which have been dormant, relaxing in the background, now begin to stir gently. First, you sense a feeling, an impression of where you are. in a different place, a new, interesting place. And you may be exploring for the first time. Or you may be returning. And as your sense of feeling becomes clearer, you become aware of a sensation of gently swaying. Side to side, maybe like you might expect to feel in some kind of boat on the ocean. And it's a comforting, welcoming feeling. And as your sense of awareness expands, you detect that you're firmly strapped into a comfortable seat in a warm, welcoming, safe environment. And you feel secure and protected. You're still aware of that gentle swaying, but that doesn't concern you at all because you feel so secure and safe in your comfortable seat. And as you get used to the sense of your environment, you may begin to detect sounds. Unfamiliar sounds of waves gently lapping against the hull. And the sound of your breathing slightly more noticeable now. And you can hear a dull rumble of some kind of machinery in the background. But that sound is external, so you don't need to think about it now. Just let that machinery sound merge into your impression of your environment. And now, your sense of sight is beginning to join your other senses. As you become visually aware, you're seated in what appears to be a small submarine. In the left-hand seat with some controls in front of you. And as your field of vision begins to expand, you become aware that there is another person sitting alongside you in the right-hand seat. And you instinctively understand that this other person is the captain. In charge of this mini submarine, and you are a passenger. The whole of the structure in front of you is one huge panoramic window. Curving around and above and giving you the sense that you're suspended in a bubble. And as you look around you, you can see that your submarine is floating. half submerged in a calm blue ocean. Alongside, you can see the bright white hull of the mothership. Which is now gradually lowering you into the ocean. You observe the seawater level rising. Not too fast and not too slow. And soon the blue sky is just a sliver and disappears as your craft slips quietly beneath the surface. Now you feel a slight change in your movement. As your submarine is released from its harness, and you hear a faint electrical hum beneath you as the electric motors engage. Ready to guide you downwards to explore the deep ocean beneath. You feel the angle change, and you can see that the captain is preparing to dive. So check your harness now and feel the excitement deep inside. As you wonder what you are about to experience. On the control panel in front of you, there's a digital readout. Green numbers that tell you the depth in feet. And now it's slowly counting as you descend past 10 feet. Then 15 feet. And as you look ahead and around you, the sunlight which penetrates the water is already beginning to fade as the ocean darkens to a deeper shade of blue. And as you gently descend, now you pass between huge shoals of silver fish, moving together as if they were just one creature. And parting in front of you as your submarine cautiously descends deeper. Now you're passing 50 feet. And there isn't very much sunlight at this depth. So your captain switches on powerful external lights. And suddenly you can see much further ahead. And out of the gloom you see faint outlines of larger creatures. And as you slowly advance, they come nearer. Your pilot stops the motors. And you hang there motionless in the ocean, watching those dark shapes and flashes of white. Remain there, suspended in the silence, conscious only of your own breathing. As now you watch a school of manta rays playing in front of you. The biggest ones are the size of a car. And they move with such grace in the water, almost like they're flying. The smaller ones follow and shadow their mothers. And you can allow yourself now to feel a deep sense of wonder. That you are privileged to see such a spectacular show. And as quickly as they appeared, the rays are suddenly gone. And that deep, blue, empty expanse of ocean stretches out in all directions once again. Listen, and you may hear the remote buzz of the motors as they re-engage. And you feel yourself descending again, deeper still. The depth counter is now passing 200 feet. And the water where the sunlight doesn't reach is almost completely black now. You see shrimps and small sea creatures drift in and out of the light beams. And then, as you look out to your left, your heart skips a beat as you see a huge blue whale gently cruising past with its calf alongside. You've heard about these majestic creatures. Maybe you've seen them on TV. But nothing could have prepared you for the enormity of the real thing. You are looking at the largest animal on the planet in its natural habitat. And this vision may even touch you at a deeper level. As you come to terms with the magnificence and wonder of the world around you. And now the whale and her calf disappear into the gloomy distance. But you know that that image will be stored forever as a snapshot in your mind. You're going even deeper now as the counter passes 500 feet. A giant loggerhead turtle sweeps elegantly past, paying you no attention. And now you feel your movement slowing again. And the captain directs your attention to a spot in the distance. Where you can see some abstract grey shapes, almost like ghosts, coming gradually into view. as their outlines become more defined, you find yourself looking at giant squid swimming with their strange pumping action. And you may wonder why you never see giant squid being caught at the surface. And now you understand that these giants live so deep in the ocean that they are untroubled by man. You're so deep now, and for a moment the captain switches out the lights. And now you have a sense of darkness more dark and welcoming than any darkness you ever knew. And then you understand why the lights are off. As hundreds of luminous sea creatures of different shapes and sizes appear from the blackness. Like an incredible light show arranged specially for your enjoyment. And these creatures, like nothing you've ever seen before, or even imagined that they could exist. Are dancing and spinning and turning in front of your eyes. Their blue and white and pink and green light show flashing and pulsing. As more and more drift and float all around you. And you feel like you would be happy to remain right where you are now. And just watch this amazing show of nature's diversity. That so few people have had the privilege to experience. Because it's only available at this deepest level. And as you continue to watch the incredible spectacle going on around you, you are aware that you're being mesmerized, soothed and calmed more deeply than you may have believed possible. And now you're here, experiencing it all for yourself. Completely free to drift and float in the warm, welcoming void. So just allow yourself to drift and float there. And your senses are quieter and calmer. And your mind is empty and ready to let go. So just let go now.